Okay, now let's get started with the fun stuff. We're going to create a Facebook page in this video. Before we jump into actually creating the page, let me review the difference between a Facebook personal profile and a Facebook page. I did show that in earlier videos in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, but just in case you're jumping in at this point, where we are now is we're logged into my Ann Smithson account on Facebook, my personal Facebook account, and where I can go ahead and start typing something on my wall. Now, actually, if you came to Ann Smithson's page, you would not see this. This is not what your friends see. They see your profile and your wall. So this is what a personal page looks like to other people. Just like my friend Colleen, this is what her page looks like. So it's her profile and her wall. If you wanted to find out more information about her, we would click info and see all that kind of info, employers and so on. Whereas a Facebook page is slightly different. They went through a major redesign recently to make Facebook business pages look very like Facebook personal profiles. But there are some key differences. For example, at the top, underneath the name of the Facebook page, which obviously is not a person's name, but sometimes it could be somebody's name. You can create a Facebook page with a name. Maybe that's, Anne Marie and Associates or something like that. But the type of company will always appear underneath the name. Also, if you are not a current like of that page, you'll see that there's a button there that says like. And underneath the profile picture, you'll see the count of how many people like this page, rather than a list of their friends. So that is a Facebook page. Some of the main differences between Facebook pages and personal accounts. Now, the question is, we want to create a page. So here I am, logged in normally. How do we create a page? We can create a group, which is nothing like a page. Used to be something similar to a page, but last year in 2010, they changed it completely, and now it's more like a friends list than an actual organization. So old style groups are still intact, but you can't create those kind anymore, so I'm not even covering groups at all in this video title. But where is the create a page link? It's still a mystery why they hide it so well. And here's a couple tips to get to a create a page. First of all, go to any existing page, right? Like lynda.com. You don't have to be a like of it or not. Just have to find a page, and you'll see at the bottom left-hand side, there is a little link there that says create a page. I guess because you're going to be inspired by this page to create your own page. That's why they add it there. Or you can go to the secret URL that I first mentioned the last time that I did this video, which is facebook.com/pages/create.php. I'm sure there's some way that you can find it if you typed it in the search engine, but it's kind of difficult. Okay, so here we are at the create a page. This is where you start out. You need to decide on the kind of business that you are. What is nice is that you can change your mind later. All right, so if you decide, I mistakenly listed myself as a local business, but I'm actually would prefer to be listed as a brand, you can change your mind in your page settings, which I'll show you in a bit. So what is the difference between all these? I mean, isn't a page a page? Well, what's different is what shows in the info section. I'm going back to the lynda.com page. And in info, you see that there's a company overview, there's a list of products and so on. If you were a local business, it would show your hours. If you were a band, it would show the names of your songs. Or a concert venue might show a map. So the kind of fields that Facebook gives you for your basic information depends on the kind of business that you choose. So like if we said local business, see it's already posting like what is your street address and so on. And the point about doing a local business, by the way, is that Facebook is moving into, this kind of location mentality where they always want to say, do you want to broadcast your location? Do you want us to know your location? So if you are a local business, a local bakery, a local dry cleaners, something like that, and you really want to attract local business, then definitely choose local business or place. That doesn't mean that you can't market around the world. It just means that you're going to get some extra features for local walk-up business. Company, organization, or institution, that's, a very general category. You can choose any one of these. Like if you are an insurance broker, you might choose insurance company with a company name. Now, by the way, let me go back here with company name. I can't come in here and say that I'm Allstate and make a Facebook. Well, I could, but they would shut me down very quickly. Because you notice that you have to agree to the Facebook page terms. And let me just take a little quick side trip here because they're not as long as the regular Facebook personal profile rules are. The main thrust of a Facebook page is that you have to be an authorized representative of this business in order to administer the page. You also can't have a page name that is only a generic name. Like we couldn't name our page chocolate or, feet or something like that. You'll see that they will strip your administrative rights from this page. You also have to realize that all your content that's posted to your page is public information. There's no way that you can turn on privacy and hide it so that, for example, only your friends or only your likes can see the page information. Anybody who has your page URL will be able to go to your page and read it all, which is one of the powerful features of Facebook. Even though it's a private kind of service, if you have a Facebook page, those are completely public. Those are the main things. Let's go back, because we're going to have to agree to those Facebook page terms no matter what we do. I think we're going to be list number 5, and we are a food or beverage. We'll say list number 5. By the way, this name here will become your URL. So if it's really long, you can shorten it. It does not have to match what's on your articles of incorporation. It could be any kind of name that your customers would associate with you. And I'll just say get started. ECENTE. Scripture. Is it trying to tell me something? I don't know. Oh, I forgot to check the box. Let's try that again. There we go. Now it's going to take us through this little wizard of a few steps of what it thinks that we should do when creating a new page. And by the way, you can completely ignore all this. You can leave right now, go have dinner, come back if you want. In fact, you can go ahead and click wall on the left and start typing. But it's going to keep get started up here until you at least upload an image and the page has been up here for a while. So let's go ahead and upload an image. The rules for images is that the largest they can be is 180 pixels wide by 540 pixels tall. It has to be JPEG, GIF, or PNG, 4 megabytes max. I have a 180 by 540. This is a beautiful picture of the front of my store, and click choose. Now look at how big and beautiful that is. You might say, oh yes, I like that. It makes a powerful impact. There is a downside to having a really tall image for your Facebook page in that all of the important links appear underneath. Let's take a look again at lynda.com. If we go to their wall, you'll see that their links to look at free videos, for example, or to learn more about them appear right here. So normally you want to keep these links what's called above the fold, like in a newspaper, above that main fold. So if you want to, you can say, you know what, I'm going to change my image, and you can do that now or you can do it later. We'll take another look at it later on. So the next steps that it suggests are to invite your friends and tell your fans about your page. I have spoken with people who administer pages, and they don't like to choose either one of these. Import contacts will import email addresses, or you could give it your Gmail or Hotmail account and password, which it says it won't memorize, and it will search for anybody on Facebook who has that matching email address and send them a message. You can do up to 5,000 names. And then friends, you can list your friends that are on Facebook. Remember, we are a personal account first, and from a personal account, we have created a business page. So you can start typing the name. Unfortunately, you can't shift-click all these. Anyway, what friends of mine have told me and what some of my clients is that this is broken, really, and that people are not getting the message that you've invited them. However, you've already used it once and it won't let you try again. And personally, I feel that it's usually better just to post it as an announcement on your webpage or your blog or in your personal status or in your newsletter, rather than using any kind of automated invitations from within Facebook. That's my own personal opinion. But if you feel impelled, go ahead and try it. They're offering it to you. Then it says that do you want to post an update to your status? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come up here and say, hey there, I'm on Facebook now. Here it is. Now you may be wondering, hey, how did it know that this should be my thumbnail picture? And the answer is, I have no clue. That is the other issue with having a very tall picture, is that this tall picture will need to be reformatted to a very small square picture for your thumbnail avatar, what gets posted next to your comments. If you don't like what it shows, in this case it actually shows fantastically, you can edit that. So to edit your picture, you just hover over the existing picture and click Change Picture. And underneath this picture, there is a little link for Edit Thumbnail. Click that, and then you can drag this around within here to adjust what gets shown. That's actually pretty good. I might decide to change this picture to a smaller one later on, but for now, I'm happy with it. So you've created a picture, you've added a wall post. One last thing that you might want to do is edit some of the basic information here. If you're actually looking at your page and you're wondering how do you get to basic information, you just click Edit Page. We're going to be talking about Edit Page in a lot more detail in another video. But notice that here under Edit Page, you can go to Basic Information and change your category. You can change your username up until you have 100 likes. It'll let you change your username. After that, that's the one that you're using. And you can add stuff here like that you were founded in 2006 and a description of the company. We make the world's most blissful chocolate. You can add your URL and so on. You don't have to fill out any of these fields, or you can fill them all out. It's really up to you. So I'm going to do bliss5.com. Don't forget to save your changes. And that way, I'm going to click View Page. When people come to your page and they click Info, they see what you just entered under Basic Information. There you have it. We have now a new page with a wall and a comment and a cool picture and a great looking thumbnail. And now there's lots more stuff that we can do with our page, as I'll show you in the next videos.